everybody, and happy Monday. And today we're gonna do something a little bit different, and I'm going to address a question, my most commonly asked question that you guys are always asking me, and that is, how do I go about cataloging my entire collection? Now, the answer I usually give, I don't think is one people necessarily want to hear. I actually use my website, cinemasickness.com. I built my own website, and as such, I can build my own database. This is not something everybody is going to be able to do. Most people, I think, want me to say, oh, I use this online database, or I use this like mobile app, or something like that. The issue I have with online databases and mobile apps are a few things. One, I prefer the freedom of being able to list my movies how I want them, organize them and catalog them and make them look how I want them to look. Whereas on an online database or even a mobile app, you're kind of at the mercy of those who actually designed those programs. So there's that. A lot of them do not span tons of media. You usually go to these things and you have DVDs, you have Blu-rays, maybe HD DVDs sometimes. I've seen a few with VHS. I know there's ones that have laser discs and CEDs, but a lot of these aren't all in just one website or something like that. They actually span many websites. So if you want to catalog all your laser discs and CEDs, you got to go to one spot. If you want to do your VHS, you have to go to another website. If you want to do your DVDs and Blu-rays, you have to go somewhere else. As opposed to just one website that does all the media, which would be really nice. If you're looking to catalog things like your CBHDs or your HD VMDs or your video 8s or your, whatever, just your weird, obscure, crazy formats, if you're into collecting those, good luck. I don't know where you could possibly do that. I do know there are some online databases and some apps that will let you kind of create your own entry, so you can, on some of those, actually make your own entry for, a weird, obscure format. So you can do that someplace. And that's great and all, and I think that's pretty neat. And if some of you guys use those and you want to talk about them and express why you prefer to use that website or that mobile app, leave a comment down below. I'm sure people would love to hear about that. So by all means, leave a comment down below stating what you use and why you enjoy that program. So please do that. Share what you use. Even I would like to know what you guys use. I'm interested in hearing that. Another issue I have is, and this is the reason why I decided to use my website as opposed to an online database, is because many years ago there was this very popular, and I forget the name of it, by all means leave some comments down below, there was a very popular online database for listing, I think it was mostly DVDs and Blu-rays, maybe HD DVDs, but definitely DVDs and Blu-rays. Again, very popular website, and the owner of that website sold it, and the company he sold it to deleted it. So everybody's collection, all this time and effort people had put into listing their collections, or in my case, I was really OCD, so if I had an artwork variation or some different variation or something like that, or some weird obscure movie that wasn't listed yet or something like that, I would list it in the database. So there were many times where I was contributing to the website and listing new movies, or listing again a artwork variation or some kind of weird variation on the movie or something like that I wanted to be listed. So this was something I did. I spent a lot of time, put a lot of effort, put a lot of energy into that website and making it look better and trying to help it out and having my entire collection listed there, to wake up one day and find the whole thing gone. And that is something you guys have to realize if you're going to use an online database or you're going to use a mobile app. One day that could be gone. It could all go away, and that is very scary. So I figured the day that went away, I figured, okay, I'm going to relist my collection. It wasn't quite as big as it is today, thank goodness. But at that time, I figured I'm going to just go onto my website, build my own database on my website, and that way it won't go anywhere. The only way it's disappearing is if I delete it, which I won't be doing. So now and forever, my database will be at cinemasickness.com, and you guys can see everything I own there. So that's how I go about it. Again, I know not everybody has the means to do that, but if you can find a way to list your own, to make your own database that isn't at the mercy of somebody else's hands who can one day delete it. It is definitely the way I would recommend going about making a database for your collection. Because again, you can set it up how you want it. You can make it look how you want it. If you want to add pictures, you can. If you're like me, you just literally have everything listed. You can. The way I like to do it is have the title listed, the date of the movie or the title, and then like its edition next to it, and then I can also have like brackets below it stating like if there's multiple movies in a box set, things like that. You can choose to do it how exactly you want it. So that is why I would recommend doing it that way if you have the means to do it. I know there are some probably apps, maybe online like services that can allow you to like build your own site maybe. Again, leave some comments down below if you know of any. So that is how I do it. So all right, let's get down to it. So when I go about actually cataloging my movies, as you can see, I have a nice pile here. This is a pile of stuff from yesterday and a few days before that. I like to separate everything out by media because I actually have my database separated by media. I have a database for my Laserdiscs, a database for my DVDs, for my Blu-rays, etc. So I like to separate everything out. So that way, I can just say, okay, I want to list my Laserdiscs and then go about doing that. So I guess we'll just start off here with my DVDs. So I have all my DVDs I picked up recently separated. I usually put them in alphabetical order, and what I mean by that is as long as the A's are together, B's are together, C's are together, that's good enough. I don't have to go completely alphabetical, but it is good to do that because, again, my database is alphabetical, so I can go, okay, here's my A titles and get them all listed. They're all kind of in, one little area. Also, usually if I'm going to be replacing something, like for instance, I buy a DVD that will be replacing a VHS that I will no longer have in my collection. Before I get down to this, I will actually grab it. That way I can remember that I need to replace that, because I can't tell you how many times I've thought, oh, I'm going to do this, list everything, and then when I'm done listing all my DVDs, I'll go grab that one VHS. And then like a month later, I'll be looking at my VHS and go, oh, wait a minute, that movie, didn't I replace that movie? And sure enough, I did, but I never took it out of my collection. I never bothered to take it off the database, and I have to do that. So, as you can see here, I have some Ninja Turtles, and I have some Jurassic Park, which I just picked up a different box set, and the actual box set that goes around this, I actually picked them up over the weekend, so these will be coming out of my collection. These were in my collection. They will be coming out, and I will be replacing them with the new sets I picked up. So I did grab them, and as I actually catalog, I need to take those out of the database. So, I just use Dreamweaver. I'm not really all that fluent in web building. I only really know very simple code. I know like HTML code to an extent. But Dreamweaver is really nice because you don't really need to know a lot of code, and especially if you're like me and you're just, if you're just building a database, a very simple, straightforward database that's literally just title, 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 you really don't need to know any code at all because it's just you typing. That's really it. These programs pretty much do everything for you. So I'm going to open up DVDs. I actually have I have so many DVDs that I have like DVDs number through B, C through E, like stuff like that. So I'm going to open up collection DVD numbers through B. And we have Adventure Time with a sticker. Now is also one of the time I take some of the stickers off. Although, if you have nasty stickers, there's another question people ask. How do you get stickers off of DVDs? In that case, it peeled right off. Sometimes that happens. But if it's a sticker that's pretty nasty, does not want to come off, or maybe it's on like a paper case and you're scared to peel it off, I take a hairdryer. I actually have a hairdryer right on the other side of the wall over there plugged in. And you just blow on it with a hairdryer for a little while. It loosens up the glue on the back, and a lot of times you can peel it right off. If it does leave some sticky residue, Goo Gone usually. Just a little bit of Goo Gone on a paper towel. Wipes the goo right off. So that's how I take stickers off. So all right, we have Adventure Time Islands. It turns out I actually did need to keep that. I do not have any of those episodes within my collection yet. So we come down to let's see, Adventures. I gotta go up a little bit. If I can find it, Adventure Time. There we go. The complete first season, second season, and then this. So That would go between Adult World and... What is Adult World? What movie is that? I don't know. Adult World from 2013 and Adventure Time. So, all right. Pretty simple. Adventure Time. So I just do Adventure Time, Islands, and then I want to say these are all from 2017, but I could be wrong about that. So what I do is there actually is a cataloging website called DVD Aficionado, DVD AF, and I get a lot of information from them. Pretty decent website too. If you do want to catalog stuff, I would kind of recommend it. It's pretty much for, I think, DVDs, Blu-rays, and HD DVDs. Pretty nice website. Again, I just fear that someday it might go away, and that would be bad. So I do use it a lot to get information. Are movies out of print? What other types of releases have there been? And in this case, dates. So I just type in, oops, I can type in Adventure Time. If I can spell. So I type in Adventure Time. Maybe. And okay, Adventure Times. Now here's another problem. Sometimes they're not always listed, and then that can be an issue as well. Like for instance, yeah, they have all the seasons and a couple of the random releases, but things like Islands is not in there. So at this point, I have a few choices. I can either just kind of guess, which I don't normally like to do. Actually, I can check to see if these are listed within a season. Let's see. See if I type in Mysterious Island, if anything pops up. Some movies do, but does any Adventure Time pop up? Doesn't look like any Adventure Time's popping up for Mysterious Island. So, what I can do then is go to Wikipedia. And we'll see if anything pops up there. Because a lot of times Wikipedia will actually have all the episodes listed, and you can find dates that way. Again, usually it's not this big of a deal. It's usually just like for one movie, and the movie pops right up. But sometimes when it comes to these collections of episodes, you can find yourself trying to find out what dates these come from. Now, again, this is just me being a stickler. It doesn't necessarily matter. And here we go, episodes. And okay, so I'm sure if I just go to... They're asking for money? No, go away, Wikipedia. I probably should go Wikipedia money, I use it a lot. Alright, so Control F, and that'll search for stuff, so... let's see, the invitation. That is from 2017, so that's good. These don't seem to be in any kind of order, which is a shame. Let's see. Okay, oh no, these are all... Okay, I lied. These are all part of the Island series, so... Alright, so that's why it's called the Island. It's Island Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So yes, these are all from 2017. So, alright, we have Adventure Time Islands, Islands. Then parentheses, I put in the date, so 2017. And then next to that, if it was an edition, let's say this was Adventure Time Islands Special Edition, then in brackets next to that I would put Special Edition. So I like to list that, or sometimes I'll put in also in next to it, like if there's something I want to remember, like let's say it's a director's cut. Sometimes you'll get a DVD and it'll be the unrated director's cut, but for some reason it doesn't say it's the unrated director's cut, but it is. You can also put like things like that. So that way if you're out hunting and you come across the theatrical cut, you can go, wait, don't I have the director's cut? And you can find out you do. So that's pretty simple. That's pretty much it. Then it would come to things like, I did decide to actually keep the demon set for myself. So I would go into the D section of my website and do demons. I guess we'll do that quick because there's actually 2 of these. So we'll save that because that's A through B. Now we're going into D. So let me get the dates for these while that's saving. Alright, demons. So we got all pretty simple. Alright, so we'll open up Collection DVD C through E. And we'll go to Demons. So as it turns out, I said yesterday I do have both these movies. And I do, but I have a European box set. It's a Region 2. So I'm gonna keep these. because this is region 1, even though the first disc does have a crack in it, unfortunately. Alright, so Demons. Actually, it looks like I have a Demons collection and a Demons 2 release, but all they're from the UK. So, alright. So what do I want to put this in? I guess it would just be Demons. Well, this actually says it's the Dario Argento collection, volume 2. So do I want to... That can be a little iffy. Do I want to catalog it as the Dario Argento collection, volume 2? Or do I want to catalog it as Demons and Demons 2? I'll probably just do it as Demons and Demons 2, and then in the brackets, call it the Dario Argento collection, volume 2, just to make it easier for me to find it in my collection. So, I'm going to come down under Demons collection. And, alright. So, correct my font, and my font size. Alright, so I will list this, and this is how I list these things. I just do it as Demons / Demons 2. That's how I list stuff that's just listed as title. So if it didn't say the Dario Argento collection, I would just immediately say, okay, the title of this movie is Demons / Demons 2. But sometimes, let's see, I get like, and this is something that kind of confuses people sometimes, my Indiana Jones DVD box set. The box set is called The Adventures of Indiana Jones. I don't have that under I have that under A, because again, it's called The Adventures of Indiana Jones, which confuses people, but that's how I do it. So Demons / Demons 2, parentheses. Let's find the dates for these. Actually, I already have them on here. I don't have to look them up. 85 and 86. So 1985-1986. I also put, like, if it's a collection, I put the first year. Let's say it's the year of the earliest movie to the year of the latest movie, or if it's a collection of shorts, then the year of the earliest short to the latest short. And then parentheses, I'm going to say this is the limited edition. I think I spelled limited wrong. L-I-M, yeah, I left that E. Limited, there we go, edition. Backslash, and then I'll also call it the Dario Argento collection, volume 2. Again, I could list it as that, but I'm not going to, just because I don't want to confuse myself. So then after that, when I have a collection like this, I will hit enter to go down to the next line, or to create a new line. Obviously, it's just like typing in a word or anything like that. But what I'll do is I'll indent it over, kind of like you were starting a paragraph. These are all bulleted as well. And from there, I will actually put the individual titles. This way, if I do have the box set listed as The Adventures of Indiana Jones, then underneath that, it'll have all the actual titles listed that are inside that box set. So I even do that, even if it's something as simple as Demons, Demons 2, I still keep everything organized and uniform, so I still will list these individually. So Demons, 1985, and Demons 2, 1986. Also, this is a time where I could check to make sure the discs aren't any kind of special editions, because sometimes when you get a set of, let's say it's a set of 4 movies, comes with 4 DVDs, sometimes one of those movies will be like a special edition release of that movie, and it will, excuse me, it will say on the disc, special edition. So I can list that here as well, so I can do all kinds of stuff. I also make it a little bit of a different color. I like to color code stuff. So all titles that are listed within a box set, underneath something I actually have is like a little bit of a blue shade. And also the editions and stuff. So limited edition, Dario Argento collection volume 2, I actually have that in a gray color, just to make things stand out. So that's pretty much that. Very simple. From there, we're going into DuckTales. I actually don't need to list my Desperado set, because this is replacing the same exact set, but this one's sealed, so I'm keeping that. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Again, I just use my own website because it makes my life easier. I don't have to worry about this going anywhere. I can list everything exactly how I wanted, and it really does work for me this way, and it makes everything very organized and uniformed and looking exactly how I wanted. I can get as detailed or as undetailed as I want. If I literally just wanted to make a website that said, I own Demons. I own Demons too. Not, you know, the Demons / Demon 2 box set, yada, yada, yada. If I didn't care about all that, I just want to list literally every title I own, I could do that. Do that as well. You can make this very simple, very easy, and very straightforward, or you can make it as incredibly detailed and difficult as you want. It's your choice because you're building it, and that's something I like. And again, it's very easy and very straightforward to build something as easy as just listing your movies. I mean, that's it. That's what the website looks like. It's super easy. So that is that. So now I have the process of going through every one of these DVDs, listing all of those, and then from there I go on to the next format. So I will list all of these DVDs. I will then put those DVDs away. Then I'll move on to listing my Laserdisc, put my Laserdisc away, move on to listing the Blu-ray I picked up, putting the Blu-ray away, and so on and so forth. So it's all pretty straightforward. It's just the time of actually now listing all of these. All right, all the DVDs have been cataloged. That actually took me a little bit longer than I had anticipated because when I got to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I decided to organize them a little bit different in my database, which again, because I'm building the database myself, I can do it however I want. So if I want to reorganize stuff and list stuff a little bit differently, I can do that. It's up to me because, again, I'm actually building the database. So again, it took me a little bit longer, but that is all done, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are looking how I want them to look, actually, on my website and within my database. So now I have to go to my websites or my server's control panel and open that up. And from there, I can update all these web pages, which is something I actually do before I put them away because I want to actually know which pages I have to update. So we have to update A through, or numbers through B. And let's see, we got D's in there. So we did E, F, F, G, H. Let's see, H. Oh wait, we did F, G, H, I'm sorry. Let's see, J and K. And from there, we can skip some and go into P and Q, and then into RST, and that finishes it off. So, yes, all my web pages are now up to date. If I actually go to cinemasickness.com and I open up my my actual database on there, my actual collection on there, again, you can go to cinemasickness.com and see my entire collection. It is there, if this ever wants to load. You guys having any issues with Firefox? I use Firefox as my web browser. Always loved it, but after the last update, it's been running rather slow. I'm not enjoying that. So, okay, go into my collection. It opens up. See, I just have a main page for my collection. It has everything listed. Don't mind that. Everything listed there. So I have 8mm film, 16, 35, action viewer, beta, Blu-ray, Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray recordable, re-recordable, capacitance electronic disc, cart revision, CBHD, and so on and so forth. So if I go down to my A's, let's say, or DVD A, I want to find Adventure Time. It should be there. In fact, I can just do Control F just to search for it. And right there it is, Adventure Time, Islands, the complete first season, and the complete second season. So there you go, it's up to date. So that is that. It's pretty simple. Again, this is kind of the way I recommend doing it, although, again, I do realize that not everybody is going to have the means to build their own database, but if you can do it, by all means do it. And if not, leave a comment down below if you do actually use either an online database or a like a mobile app database, and let us know what you use and why you like it, and then maybe some people can choose from those recommendations. But again, this is kind of the way I recommend doing it if you have the means to, because you control everything. You can make it look exactly how you want it to look, and you don't have to worry about it going anywhere. I do recommend backing up your hard drive, though, just in case. I do that. In fact, I back up my hard drive twice, so it's a bit of a redundancy, but in no way possible whatsoever can my hard drive ever go bad and me be out of luck, because I would hate to have to relist all this stuff. So yeah, I recommend building your own database if you can. If you can't, then I'm sure there are some decent mobile apps and some websites out there that you can use, which again, if you use one, leave a comment down below. So now that that's done, now that I have all the DVDs done, I'm going to go put the DVDs away, and then from there, I will do the same thing with Laserdisc, Laserdisc, Blu-ray. Then I have a DVD-R, and then some VHS and some CDs as well. Again, they're all organized in their own sections, so I basically have to do the same exact thing for each and every one of those formats. It's pretty simple. It seems like it might take a while. It really doesn't. Things seem a little bit slower because I'm doing it in this video and talking to you guys a lot, but really this takes, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, as long as I don't have a crazy pile. I mean, after Black Friday, that took a bit longer, but today it really didn't take very long at all, with the exception of me wanting to switch around some stuff with the Turtles. I usually maybe have like a movie playing, or I'm watching some YouTube while I'm doing this, which of course makes the time go by faster. So again, pretty simple, pretty easy. That's how I catalog all my movies. It's on my website at cinemasickness.com. You can see my entire collection there, and every time I get some titles, I just update the websites. So again, now I have to actually put all the DVDs away, and I guess I will show that to you guys as well, because some of you guys do ask about how I go about doing that. Okay, so now on to actually putting away all these titles. Now, this can be a very daunting task if you have a very large collection. However, I came up with a solution that I think works really well for large collections. And what I do is I kind of sort of alphabetize. So within each one of my different formats, I have a section for numbers, for A's, for B's, C's, D's, and so on and so forth. And as such, putting away just one title can be very, very simple. So because we are facing the numbers right now, let's just say this was Three Ninjas and not Adventure Time. All I would have to do is come down right here to where my numbers end and my A's begin, take out the first title in A, and just slide in my new title starting with a number, and then do that all throughout the entire collection. I can take a big stack of movies and put them away in only a few minutes. It's really, really convenient and really nice. Now, yes, that does mean if I want to find something like Big Miracle, I do have to go, okay, there it is. Not that difficult to do, and personally, I'd rather it take me a minute or two to find one title I'm looking for than taking 5, 6, 7 hours, whatever, to put away one new title I just bought. Alright guys, so there you go. I hope that answers all of your questions, because again, you guys do ask me quite often, how do I catalog, where do I catalog, and how do I go about putting the movies away in a collection this size? And hopefully that clears everything up. But of course, if you do have more questions, by all means, leave a comment down below, and I will do my best to answer them. But alright guys, that is it. So as always, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out Patreon, check out Spreadshirt, and definitely check out the Cinema Sickness store on Instagram. Links to everything can be found down below in the description of this video. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.